just know that I'm over it and I'm better. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and read the piece for all of
you. It's kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you. I never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms. Now you're all I need. It wasn't long before I knew that I fell for you and you.
I'm gonna touch upon a subject that it's extremely special for me because I definitely love to keep a little bit of a memory. Not only a memory that you could keep mentally, but more of a physical memory. So I'm gonna touch upon this little thing called letters that I have right here next to me. I received a bunch of letters throughout my 4 years of high school, and today, and for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna touch upon these two that I received my freshman year. And the first one I actually received from Mr. Lance, who again I mentioned minutes ago in this video. And then at the end of my year, my freshman year, I received this letter from him during our last class, and it was given to me in person by him. And it's been 5 years since this happened. 2016, it was given to me. I'm surprised I still have it. I'm gonna read it for all of you, just to keep this excitement going. But it says, "It has been wonderful to see you grow as a person and as a writer this year. Your mind is just bursting with ideas and you have a true gift for writing. Don't lose that passion. I see your writing not only as a way for you to tell stories, but to help you reflect and grow as well. Always know you have my support. I hope you keep your pen moving on paper for years to come. All the best, Mr. Nance." This letter note means a lot, because when it comes to careers, it is difficult to think that someone will be able to make a living as an artist, especially for me. I'm a Latina, and when it comes to Latinx people, especially parents, a lot of parents don't really think that having a career as an artist is going to actually be able to bring money to the household. And it is always that mentality of it's all about the money. Because I know that, yes, we need money to purchase food, we need money to pay rent, we need money to buy clothing and purchase other essential items that we need for a living. But I definitely think that life is too short, and sometimes we need to be willing to invest in our dreams. We need to be willing to give ourselves that little bit of space to grow and bring ourselves up. I definitely think that this letter, it means a lot to me, and I have seen him in person even after I graduated, before COVID actually. I saw him and one of my other teachers, Miss Levin, who was my creative writing teacher my junior year. I saw her and I saw him at one of my performances for spoken word which I believe I have the video of that performance, and if I do find it, I'm definitely gonna leave it on the side of the screen for all of you to watch. And I can definitely create a video of it, and I can definitely upload it to YouTube as well, so you can all watch it. I will leave it in the link. I will leave a link in the description below. But oh my god, they came to visit me and watch me perform. And I will always see them in my performances during my high school time, but seeing them in a performance outside of my high school, in my college career, actually, seeing them continue to support me in the way that they are, it just means a lot. It means that I'm fulfilling my dream, and that is the first letter and the story behind it. I'm gonna read the second one, and the second one is written by Miss Doneski, which I'm not sure you could see this video, but hopefully if you are watching this video, then I just want to say thank you for even up until today continuing to support and continuing to see my art and my craft as inspiring, because at the end of the day, that is the goal that I have for marketing and the purpose of it. Thank you. This says, your passion as an author / performer is inspiring. Continue working at your craft as you are the future leader of this team. Keep writing and expanding that vocabulary. Miss Doneski, she was actually the coach for our poetry slam team. We participated in this slam poetry competition known as Larger Than a Bomb, which I believe it is now worldwide, so probably a lot of people are going to definitely know about this competition. She was our coach, and I was only a freshman when we first founded this team. So in other words, I was the founding member of the team, and even up until today, this team is still rocking it with their poetry at my high school. So shout out to them for continuing on the team. I'm definitely super happy to see that they are still continuing and still performing. But definitely also that team, that sort of story, it got me to where I am today as well. So I'm also thankful for my team who gave me this sort of hope that I very well much needed for today. So we'll keep it at that. And those were the letters that I received in my freshman year. And we're gonna go ahead and keep it going with the next subject. Next up, we're gonna speak about something that changed my life just as a freshman in high school. And we're gonna speak about my experience in my school's talent show my freshman year. And this experience, like I said, it was an experience that changed my life. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I feel like I'm rambling too much, but let's go ahead and start. It was around, I'll say, March, when the drama club director slash coach, if we could call her like that, she created this flyer and she put copies of it all around the hallways of my school. And for some reason I looked at one of them and it said that they were looking for people to perform at the yearly talent show. Since I already had experience with going up on stage, I wanted to perform a poem that I actually wrote it for the talent show specifically, but it was a good idea to share a little bit of my talent with my school, and I wanted to do this for that reason, and also to share my feelings for something that happened to me that year. So I sat down to write this piece, which is called, I titled it Thank You. And I signed up on the day we were supposed to sign up for the talent show, and all of that happened. Auditions happened and I got accepted. Then we had rehearsal and then dress rehearsal and yada yada yada. And then to pass it forward, the day came that I was supposed to perform. And I'm actually gonna read that piece for all of you right now once I find it, because I'm definitely gonna need to find it, but I'm gonna read it for all of you. And after I read it, I will tell all of you, my wonderful lovelies, the meaning behind this piece. It definitely has a deep meaning behind it, and yes, I'm gonna go ahead and read the piece for all of you. Alright, so I found it finally, and I'm just gonna go ahead and read this piece for all of you. The title of this piece is called Thank You. With much love to that one person who changed my life my freshman year, who I was in a relationship with, and who unfortunately and without explanation broke up with me. So I learned about the start of my freshman year. I accomplished the pinnacle of my existence. I came to the conclusion that I had finally found the love of my life. I observed him and looked at him as my future beloved. Right away, in that instant, his small brown eyes enraptured me. I stared back, and that's how I was for the first month of my destiny. I stared at him, he stares at me, interchangeably, but endless in my eyes. I may sound a bit brainless, but I was the one who asked him to be mine. I know, but I found something so special in him that caught my attention. His enlightenment, his kindness, his rectitude, his courage, but mostly his peaceful surroundings, his talent, his way of expressing what and how he feels. It was just everything. I loved everything about him. He's so charming, so delightful. The way the prince of a massive leggy castle will be. The type of style that a prince needs to throw a princess. Yet, this destiny only lasted 3 months. There was no time for me. He proclaimed he had an immense love for me, but it was just not the case. It didn't last long, but it doesn't matter. It was so worth it to me. Thank you for your dedication and your affection. I love you still. I know that what I felt was the pinnacle of being in love. I know what it feels like, but I will have to let you go. In junior fight, sweetheart, I will tell you one last time that I love you. I will always be willing for one more word, one more kiss, one more glance, one more everything. There are so many ways to be brave in this world. Sometimes bravery involves laying down your life for something greater than yourself or someone else. Sometimes it involves giving up on your everything you've ever known and everything you ever loved for the sake of something greater. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's more than grinding your teeth through the pain, through the work of every day. The slow walk towards a better life. I believe that is the sort of bravery I must have now. Since I was extremely young, I have always known this. Life damages us. Everyone. You can't escape the damage. But now I have also learned this. It can be mended. We mend each other. And that was my piece that I performed for my high school talent show at the time. This piece, it was written for my beloved one who I was dating at the time and who didn't give an explanation as to why it happened. But if there is something that I could say right now that would be good for me to say, would be that I will be okay with getting at least that conclusion in terms of this breakup, because I feel that with there being no reasoning for the breakup, I don't think that I have received that conclusion just yet. I definitely think that I deserve it. Deserve to receive at least a conclusion as to why it happened, when exactly did this planned out, and also just sort of an explanation, if we could call it like that. And I think I'm rambling, but I think I deserve an explanation. And I'm not sure if you can ever watch this, but ever watch this, just know that I'm over it and I'm better. But this has been long 5 years, and it's what it is, you know. But definitely there are so many things to learn in terms of being a freshman in high school. Definitely, if you can, don't fall in love with someone from the same school that you are attending. And definitely don't give out your heart as fast. Don't catch feelings as fast as well. But more than anything, learn from those mistakes. Have friends. Rely on your teachers, and things will be fine. So we'll just keep it in those lines for now. But at the end of the day, this was a huge freshman year lesson. And so lovelies, that is all I have for you for today's video. This was extremely relieving, getting out these emotions and reflecting a little bit on my experience as a freshman in high school, which was a long time ago. It was just so good to speak about this with all of you, and I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 to this video. My second year of high school, my sophomore year. The second year, it just gets worse. It just gets worse, and there's more things happening around. But definitely stay tuned for part 2. This is just gonna get more intense and more interesting. So we will keep it going part 2 pretty soon. But again, Thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please make sure you do follow me on my social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram at x3_Jacqueline for more exclusive behind the scenes content relating to my behind the scenes photo shoot videos, where you're going to be able to find the final results to those photo shoot videos in my Instagram. And please, lovelies, also follow me on TikTok at x3_Jacqueline for more exclusive self-esteem kind of content, dances, fun, and just to continue on seeing me on other social media platforms. Please make sure also that if you do like this kind of videos, you subscribe and hit that post notifications bell so you do not miss a single video of mine when I upload. And lovelies, I believe I have already said enough. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I say this in every video and I'll continue on saying it because I believe in it. Lovelies, be authentic, be yourself, keep smiling, and I will see all of you lovelies next time I upload. Bye!
I knew that I fell for you and you had my